back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Nafisa Bilal, and I'm back with another sad story. And before I say that, I hope you guys are all doing well and good. And yeah, this story is gonna be a bit emotional. It's about my dad passing away. I can't say it properly. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Okay. So Friday the 30th of July, I got a phone call from, like, I was sleeping and I was like, my phone was just ringing up, I couldn't hear it. So I could just pick up the phone to whoever it was, which was my cousin. And I was like, what's up? And my cousin's crying. And I'm like, what's up? Like, it's like 8 in the morning, what's up? What happened? She's like, your dad is dead. I'm like, no. I'm like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? No, I'm like, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, he's dead. And it didn't sink in for like a woke up. I just made a coffee. I was like, I don't know. I just wasn't thinking straight. Made a coffee, sat down and thought about it. I was like, let me call him. In disbelief now, I'm there trying to call him. And the phone is off. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's true. I didn't believe it at all. I didn't believe it. I was like, maybe nah, they're playing it out. Like, why would she call me crying? Like, it just didn't make sense. And then the second day now, that's when I start to get like his pictures and videos. And then how it went was my dad works like he works in Africa but different countries, and he carries containers, which obviously is goods inside. So he carries the containers to other countries. And this country now that he went Congo. He already been there for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And then it was on his way back. So you offload the container. And then it was their last night to stay there. And just that morning, he never woke up. He didn't wake up. And after that now, that's when I started getting the videos, sending the videos. And like, they thought he had coronavirus because they all started wearing this whole uniform stuff. And I was like, buried him. And it's like, I can see. I know I just started, but I saw them carrying him. Okay, so I saw them carrying his body. They put him on the floor, and he's just there sitting, like lying there, lifeless, like just lying there. And then I think that's when it sank in, but I still didn't believe it. I was shaking when I saw the video. I couldn't stop shaking. And then it's like, after that, they got the body bag and they put him in. I was like, no, that can't be my dad. I was like, no. I was like, nah, I can't see his face. I can't see nothing. I'm like, no, but maybe someone else. I'm still being like, I don't believe it. And then he died in between the border of Congo and Uganda. So the ambulance had to take him, to Uganda. And then they had to do like an autopsy, like to check how he died and why he died. And it was nothing that it was coronavirus or nothing. It wasn't time for him to go. And that's it. After that now, they said, yeah, he's good to go, like, because the whole family wanted his body to be buried in Mombasa. And that's how it went. And after, when the body came now, and they still sending me videos and pictures, that it's so sad. Like, I've never seen nothing like seeing someone that you love gone like that. I was just like, didn't believe it. And I couldn't even, like, after seeing all that, obviously I got like the kids to deal with and all that. Everywhere I go, I'm crying. I'm in the kitchen cooking, I'm crying. I'm sitting down with my kids, I'm crying. I got everywhere in my house, I'm crying. I couldn't stop crying. Just didn't believe it. Like, I just had a heavy heart. Even till now, I'm still grieving. Like, and then from when he died, it took him 3 whole days for the body, like, to reach Mombasa. That was the one that was paining me the most, because I'm there thinking, oh, my dad is in a body bag. I didn't know they were going through all this process, or like taking him to the hospital and doing all them checkups. Then they brought the body in the evening, and then straight away, as to be buried, they got taken to the mosque. They washed him, they prayed on him, and then after I saw a video of him, he's just there sleeping, lifeless. I wish like I could just wake him up. I can't wake him up. I wish I was even there, but I'm not there. It was so bad that I even still wanted to go. I can't go. Yeah, I can't go. After that, it's like they carry the body to the grave, and I can see like my brothers are there, my family's there, and it's just so sad because when someone dies in the family, he's the one that's always carrying the body. But today is him getting carried. It's him getting carried, like, look at that. I remember like when my grandma died, and he was the one that went in the grave and put her down. But that was his turn. And just watching that video made me cry. I cried so much. I cried. And then my brother-in-law gets inside the grave, and then my two little brothers go in there too. And then after that, they're like loading the body in the ground. I just loaded them in one by one. They put him in. When they put him in, they made him sleep sideways to make sure he's lying on his right side. And then like 5 minutes later, you just see everyone just throwing the soil on him. And I saw that, I was just like, I lost my best friend. I lost my mom. I lost my dad. I lost everyone, my whole family. The one person I always spoke to. The one person that always gave me advice. The one person that truly cared about me. I haven't gotten this for long. I'm sure my whole family right now in pain. I didn't realize when someone dies from family, like, and someone close to you, it's just so hard. This pain is mad. It's like, I felt like I had something so special. And someone just rubbed it off me. But no one rubbed it off me. The same way God made me his daughter, and he's my dad. God just took him back. It was his time to go. And as a human being, just wish every day, like, wish I can turn back time, have more time with him. But we just don't know when they're gonna die. I remember always making him happy. I called him, I play around with him. I get on his nerves. I call him funny names and he's like, don't call me that. But the saddest thing is, like, I've got his number on my phone and I just can't call him ever again. I can't call him ever again. I just wish I could hear his voice. The only voice I can remember is just in my head. The last time I spoke to him was like in June. But there's nothing I have of him. I always think about him. I always think about him. Sometimes I'm just sitting there, my kid's like, Mom, Mom, Mom. Sometimes I'm just pushing a push. I'm just crying. Just crying. I swear to God, life is just too short. It's too short. I just want to say, whoever I wronged, forgive me. And just be good to your parents. You just never know when you have your last time with them. Just be good to your parents. It's just so bad. Every time I sleep at night, I always see him. Just in a video where he's just there getting buried, putting down the grave. But one thing, inshallah, what I want to do, inshallah, I just want to save some money, build a well in his name, or just buy like praying mats and then tell them to keep it in the mosque or give it to the mosque. Just, you know, stuff like that. There's nothing else to do. What I have to do is just make the art. That's about it. I just didn't know grieving would be so hard. Someone so close to just gone like that. I just wish Allah just gives him Jannah. He was a good person. He was a good person. Just do something for him. Make the art. Build a well. That's what you can do. Nothing else. Pray for him. And me and my dad, I wasn't really close with him. I wasn't really close to him. I only got close to him when he came back from Africa, when he came down to 2017. That's when we became close. I just make sure, I told him, like, when you leave, you definitely give me your number this time. And I used to always check up on him. So today's story about that. There's nothing else I could add to that. And that's why I've not really been like doing videos, because like I'm grieving and it's not easy. To whoever lost someone, we have to be strong, you know, we have to be strong, we have to have patience. That's all. And we have to just remember what our loved ones wanted us to become, like, to be strong and to get on with it. But we have to be strong. That's what I tell myself every day, because if I'm not going to be strong, I'm just going to fall apart. And I don't want to fall apart. But right now it's the end of my video, and